Today on the Philly Talk podcast, I want to go over a little bit more about Justin Jefferson. I picked up on a tendency between Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson, and the offensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings, and I need the Eagles to be aware of that. I also want to talk about Nakobe Dean's mindset for only getting 3 snaps in week 1. And last but not least, we got the Eagles' final injury report, and we also got the power rankings for week 2.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's I like. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk podcast, and I hope you are enjoying your football Friday. The Eagles don't play Sunday, they play Monday, and we will have that covered, the pregame, live play-by-play, and the postgame, no matter how late it is. But before we get into it, Eagle Nation, continue to show love. Hit that like button. Y'all killing it. You know it's free, it's easy, and it helps your boy out. Also, ding that bell so you're a part of Notification Gang, and click the link in the description to sign up for the free Chalkboard app so you can chop it up Eagles Talk 24/7 with me and over 177 great Eagle fans. Now let's get into the Eagles and Vikings, but more so on the tendencies between Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson, and the OC. So here I said the Eagles should pay attention to this when it comes to the Vikings. And I know, it's one game. So that don't mean what they did last game is what they're going to do all year. It's a small sample size. But if we see it, we got to be aware of it. They motioned Justin Jefferson 7 times. And on the 7 times he motioned, they threw it to him 6 out of them 7. So he motioned 7. They threw it to him 6 times. Pretty much, if he motions, they're trying to get the ball to Justin Jefferson. Now, I want the Eagles to play a little bit of cover 8, so when he does motion, you have an answer for him. Whether it's a bracket with C.J. Gardner-Johnson, a bracket with Marcus Epps. If you do have a linebacker, bracket him. Hopefully it's Kaiser White, but you also got a corner on him, and he's going to try to match up in the slot with Avonte Maddox, where he can be more physical with that type of cornerback. Now, we'll figure everything out. Maybe a couple plays, Slay follows. Justin Jefferson is one of them receivers that he's going to get his. You just got to limit it and don't let him beat you. And here's the thing. So again, 7 motions for Justin Jefferson versus the Vikings. Not caught, but thrown 6 times. The rest of the wide receivers for the Vikings were motioned 16 combined times, and they were thrown to a grand total of 2 times. So if you see Osborne, Thielen, Jalen Reagor, who actually didn't get on the field besides a 7-yard punt. And he got revenge for us. He was on the field 1 time, returned a punt 7 yards. Anyways, 16 combined motions for the rest of the wide receiver group or tight ends, and they only were thrown to 2 times out of 16. Their motion is a way for Kirk Cousins to really find out what the defense is showing them. Man, zone, quarters, covers 2, cover 3. Are they blitzing? Are they falling back? But when Justin Jefferson motions, it's because they're trying to find a mismatch, get a mismatch, and use him because he's a beast. A beast. So I do want the Eagles to pay attention to that. It definitely showed on the film. Nakobe Dean, listen, don't get down on him. First of all, who knows if it's him or Jonathan Gannon? Because right now I wouldn't put anything past Jonathan Gannon. I'm not 100% out yet because I got to see a little bit more this season. I understand that you can bring it into a 19-game sample size because of the games last year, but he didn't have the talent last year, and there is going to be some getting used to. Players to him to the players. But you still can't show this much incompetent work. I mean, that one blitz, and me and LB broke it down. He blitzes Hassan Reddick on the left to go to the middle, but the guy in the middle, TJ Edwards, has to get to the left to guard the wide open running back, and that's an automatic first down, easy first down. It's the blitzes he did do. That one in particular is like, bro, you're setting your guys up for failure. No way TJ can get from here to there to stop a 3rd and 5. Horrible. But this is what I like, and we're going to talk a little bit about Nakobe Dean. I feel like I was hung up on me not playing a lot or not getting certain amount of plays or things like that. Then I wouldn't be fully bought in to this team. But I am fully bought in. Because they asked him, how do you feel about only playing 3 snaps? He pretty much said that if he lets that get in his head and he's worried about getting his stuff, then he's not fully bought into the team and he believes in this team. And so someone like that who can fall back, he be the Bunkus Award in the SEC for Georgia, the best linebacker in the country, to come in as a 3rd-round pick with a chip on his shoulder, not start, get 3 plays in the opener, and say, you know what? I just got to focus on how I get on the field and how I can help my team. Just shows the leadership in him. And I told you, during all the offseason, he looked to be a guy who will be the second-level guy, a backup early on in the season. If Nakobe Dean gets on the field, cool. That means he beat out one of Kaiser White, TJ Edwards, or however we use the linebacking position, because we don't normally have 3 on, and if we do, it's because you want Hassan Reddick there for whatever Jonathan Gann is going to use. But I do believe in the talent of Nakobe Dean, and he will start making more appearances, and it's what he does with them appearances, whether it's stopping the run, whether it's getting a sack, whether it's dropping back in coverage and doing what you need to do. So listen, his number will be called, and when it's called, a guy with that heart, that chip, and that type of mentality where the team always comes first, I believe big things will happen. So let's go to the Eagles injury report, Friday injury report, and we got a clean bill of health. A clean bill of health. Landon Dickerson has an illness. He'll be fine by Monday. Fletch was rest. Brandon Graham was rest. Lane Johnson, Jason Kelsey, Isaac Seumalo all rest. Jack Stahl had an ankle, but he still was a full participant. And last but not least, Josh Sweat was rest. So they're good. They're good. The Eagles got a full clean health of build. A full clean bill of health, I should say. I said them backwards. Going into week 2 versus the Minnesota Vikings. And you can't ask for more than that, right? Health is a part of this game. And so far, knock on fake wood, it's been good to the Philadelphia Eagles. Last but not least, I want to show you Sunday Night Football on NBC posted Pro Football Talks NFC Power Rankings. And I totally do not agree with this. I do not agree with it at all. Pro Football Talk, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Look, I ain't saying the Eagles should be 3 or not be 3. You can have the Bucs and the Rams, Rams being a team that lost. Eagles won. We know how we feel about the defense and all that. San Fran lost. Green Bay lost. Dallas lost. Cardinals lost. Seahawks won. Saints won. Vikings won. You can use that argument. Winners should be up, losers should be down. But even if you want to go off, it's week 1, things happen, and this is what we see the teams turning into. Cool. The Vikings need to be higher. Higher. You could put the Vikings right in front of us or right behind us. They should be close to the Eagles. The Vikings didn't do anything that made them look bad. Yes, Green Bay gave up a lot of craziness in that game. Christian Watson, the young receiver, dropped a 75-yard pass that would have been a touchdown right in the breadbasket. They were inside the 10 twice and didn't score. The game could have looked a lot different. That's why I'm also saying pay attention and get it done. Eagles. There's no way, though, that the Vikings should be 7 and the Cowboys should be 6. I like where the Eagles are, but move the Vikings up. What they're trying to say is when the Eagles beat the Vikings, oh, they were never that good. Stop playing with the Eagles. Stop playing with us. Now, I do have a collab coming tomorrow. I should have played this earlier because not many people watch it to 9 minutes or 10 minutes. But shout out to Locked On Vikings podcast with Luke Braun He'll be on the channel tomorrow around 2 p.m. Eastern, 2 or 3 Eastern time, of course. He'll be on here to discuss Eagles and Vikings. He really knows his stuff as a Vikings content creator for the Locked On Vikings podcast. He'll be on the channel 2 or 3. Make sure you got notifications turned on. That bell, as long as that bell is on, as long as you got it, you'll know. Like, just for GP, appreciate it. Subscribe, we almost at 25K, and that bell will let you know when we go live, Locked On Vikings podcast and the Philly Talk podcast to really discuss this game. I'm going to hit him with a couple tough questions. Hopefully he got some back for me, and we going to chop it up. And we will both give our predictions of this game for sure during that podcast. It's not going to be a long one, so make sure you got notifications on. And listen, if you already got notifications, you know YouTube does weird stuff. They unsubscribe people, and they also turn your notification bell off. So go back, check. If it's still on, turn it off and turn it back on. We're going to cover this tomorrow, Saturday, 2 or 3 p.m. Eastern. Sunday, we'll see what we do with the games. I'll talk to LB for GOAT Talk, and we will be live for the pregame. Pregame will be live. Battlebirds podcast. Then I will be doing a live play-by-play, and we can hopefully hear nothing but these type of chants for that whole stream. And then last but not least, we will do the post game. And yes, LB, Simone, me, Fresh, Gate, live. Hopefully they're all able to go at that time, and we'll talk about it. Leave your thoughts in the comment section, because comments go a long way for the channel too, but I also read them, and they also give me ideas for videos. So I love hearing from you guys. Let me know your thoughts on the Minnesota Vikings and all the stuff we talked about. Is this power rankings for real? Cowboys over the Vikings? Get him out of here. Until next time, y'all know what time it is. We out.